And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV for what is the final round and the final night of the Australian Dirt League Short Track Super Series here tonight. Tonight we come to you live from Pevely, Missouri, here at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call as we get set. We're just about to end qualifying, and then we'll get set for the first of what should be 3 heat races on the program. We're just waiting to get confirmation on that one. Once we go through, we'll take a look at our starting grid for what is going to be heat race number 1. I can tell you, quick time is going to be Tim Ryan. He lays down a time of a 10.064. 3 heats on the program. Top 10 laps, top 4 will go through to the A main event. And we're looking at a field of 33 drivers getting ready to do battle here at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. Again, we want to welcome you into the final round of the series. And then once we finish up tonight, well, tomorrow night, we've got Australian Fixing Up Racing coming to you live from the virtual Dora Studio. But it's been a wonderful 3 weeks so far with the Short Track Super Series, with the Australian Dirt League. Again, we're just waiting for our timing and software program to update. Once it is all done and dusted, this should be somewhat of a fairly easy night here tonight. We'll chat to the heat race winners, followed by the man that starts on pole. He's going to have the lane choice, whether he wants to start inside or outside. Again, we want to welcome everyone into Ultimate Dirt 2. Again, we're live across the social media pages, live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. We've got them all covered. And again, for what is going to be the final round of the Short Track Super Series. So again, just to confirm, heat race number 1 is going to have 11 cars in it. Heat race number 2 is going to have 10 cars in it. Heat race number 3 is going to have 10 cars in it. Top 4 in the 10 laps in the heat races will lock themselves into the main event. Then we'll take the top 5 from the B mains, which are going to be contested over 15 laps. That will lock in a 22 car field. So unfortunately, with the 31 drivers that we had here tonight, it's going to be 9 that will miss out, unfortunately. Well, I believe we are ready to go racing here tonight from the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. We're just waiting one more thing, and then we're going to bring you the starting lineup. All right, so now we can do that. Now we're going to go and show you heat race number 1 starting lineup. And on the pole, it's going to be the 98 car of Tim Ryan. On his outside of the front row, the 14 car of Josh Barry lines up at a position number 2. Position number 3 is going to be Zach White in car number 30 to the outside from 4. The 23 car of Justin Stoles. Position number 5 in car number 26, that'll be Leo Heaton. Heath Dyke lines up the 36 out of position number 6. Position number 7 will be the 8 car of Brock Lewis. The 28 of Thomas Mitchell lines up at a position number 8. At a position number 9, it's the 51 car of Brett Sheehan. The 3Z of Jarvis Petts lines up at a position number 10. And Paul Ward in the 27 car lines up at a position number 11. Again, we apologise about the late start in this, but there was a number of drivers, including myself, that were just finishing up a league race. So we want to thank everybody for waiting around and sticking it out here on Ultimate Dirt TV. But right now, the field is set to go racing here at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway for what is heat race number 1 of 3. It should be a good night of racing. The Short Track Super Series has been nothing short of amazing so far. So, Tim Ryan, quick time. He has won 2 of the 3 feature wins. Can he make it 3 from 4? We'll have to wait and find out as the pace car will go around one more time here at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway, the home of the Ironman 55 here in Pevely, Missouri. Live on the iRacing.com service. Again, round number 4, Australian Dirt League Short Track Super Series, presented by Help Stretching and Boring, Beat the Dark Esports, 81 Raceway, and everybody behind the scenes that's made this what is month of racing. It has been fantastic, and we certainly look forward to the next time that the Australian Dirt League comes to the Ultimate Dirt TV side of things. Here we go. Tim Ryan, Josh Barry. They'll come to the green off turn number 4, and we are racing down into turn number 1 and 2, and it's going to be Josh Barry to lead the way, but here comes Tim Ryan, going to fight back on the inside as Justin Stoll sits back there to position number 3. Zach White going to follow back there to position number 4, but Tim Ryan will lead the opening lap. Barry, Stolz and White, that's your top 4. Heaton, Dyke on the outside looking in. Dyke has got Lewis back there as well with Mitchell, Sheehan, Petch and Ward. Your 11 cars in heat race number 1. Contact there between Zach White and Justin Stolz. White slides up in front of Stolz. Stolz turns it back underneath the drag race down into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes the 26 car of Leo Heaton. Working back there into position number 5, 3 wide in the middle of turn number 3 and 4. And just like that, we're 4 laps into the books here in heat race number 1. Justin Stolz is the man that sits himself on the bubble position for the moment. Tim Ryan leads half race distance here in heat race number 1. Josh Barry quickly following in suit, 4/10 of a second now behind your race leader. And it's about 6 or 7 tenths of a second. I'll spit it out eventually. Back to the third place driver. Meanwhile, Heat Dyke to the inside there on Leo Heaton. He'll throw the slider into 3 and 4. Heaton going to come back at Dyke, but Heat Dyke had at position number 5 at the line. This is for the starting spot in tonight's B main for pole position, with 2 laps left to run for Tim Ryan in that number 98 car for Speed Factory. Thomas Mitchell's got Brock Loomis working as well as they work nose to tail down through turn number 3 and 4, but the white flag is out. 1 lap left to go. Josh Barry's got some company there as he works down the back straightaway into 3 and 4 for the final time. Tim Ryan going to be victorious in heat race number 1. Tim Ryan will get the win in heat race number 1. We'll chat to him in just a few moments' time. We'll just need to make sure, yes, we've got everything sorted. So, heat number 1, winner is going to be Tim Ryan. Let's take a look at your results here before we chat to the man that will start on pole. And we'll talk to him during the warm-up session. Tim Ryan gets the win over Josh Barry in 2nd. Zach White 3rd. Justin Stolz 4th. 5th, there's going to be Heat Dyke. 6th will be Leo Heaton. Thomas Mitchell 7th. Brock Lewis 8th. Jarvis Petch 9th. Brett Sheehan makes up your top 10 with Paul Ward coming home in position number 11. Well, he's picked up 2 feature wins so far this season. Looking for win number 3. But Tim, congratulations on the heat race win once again. But this time you do it in the final round of the series. You must be happy with that one.
Yeah, it'll make the hope for the feature race a little bit easier. This track normally race is pretty good, so it'll be pretty interesting to see if they do reset it or not. Honestly, from a driving perspective, I don't know what's the best call. I don't know how this track goes when it's really slick. Haven't raced here for quite a while, but when if they reset it, the track will be fine, and if they don't, I'm sure I'll be okay with it being up the front.
You're basically a feature race a win away, or even a good top 5, top 10 result from pretty much locking up this championship here tonight. But 40 laps is a long way around here, and anything can happen.
Yeah, for sure. This one will be, if they don't reset it, you'll definitely have to look after the tyres a little bit. So yeah, even if I lose the lead early, I'll just wait until probably the last 15 laps to try and make a move.
Tim, wish you the best of luck in the main event. We'll speak to you after, during the warm-up session, I should say.
Yes, thanks, mate. See you, bye.
There we go, winner of heat race number 1 of Tim Ryan as we get set for what is now heat race number 2. Let's take a look at your starting lineup. On the pole position, it'll be the 88 car of Cody Malley. On his outside, the 39 entry of Ethan Winter from position number 2. Position number 3 in car number 95, or 91 I should say, that'll be Riley Bilson. From 4, it's the 47 of Lachlan Barbary. Position number 5 with the 26 car of Kobe Noonan. From 6, the 18 of Cody Metcalf. From position number 7, the 52 entry of Bailey Leeson. From 8, the 1 of Rowan Jones. From position number 9, the 78 of John Schultz. From 10, the 85 of Gary Redcliffe. That is your 10 cars in heat race number 2. Second last heat race of the Australian Dirt League Short Track Super Series here from the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway here in Peevely, Missouri. So we've had a wonderful 4-week campaign so far with the Australian Dirt League. It started off at Lanier. We had Limaland on the raceway as well. What's the other short track we're at? Lucas Oil. That was one to watch as well. And then, of course, here at I-55, the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. Huge fan of Joey Lindgren. I know he's in the house. Joey, good evening, good morning. Does not surprise me that you're still awake at this ungodly hour of a night time. So we get set for what is heat race number 2 as lights are out. Sorry, just, yeah, 2 a.m. Yeah, it's done. Yeah, another time. All right, there we go. Underway in heat race number 2. Cody Malley, Ethan Winter, Riley Bilson. They were nearly 3 wide down into turn number 3 and in the middle of 3 and 4. It's going to be Cody Malley to lead lap number 1. Winter and Bilson go wheel to wheel through turn number 1 and 2. Bilson on the inside, Winter on the outside. Winter back around the outside of the 91 car of Riley Bilson. And now coming after the 88 of Cody Malley through turn number 1 and 2. Winter again's got Bilson working back down to position number 3. Barbary in that 4th and final transfer position, but he's got Kobe Noonan in that 26 car just working on that 47 car. He goes down to the inside, and now look out, here comes Kobe Noonan trying to make his way directly into the show. If you're not inside the top 4, well, you'll have to go to one of 2 last chance qualifiers known as the B mains. It's still Cody Malley leading the way. A half race distance. Gary Redcliffe back to the pits goes the number 85 machine. Malley, Ethan Winter, we will go yellow. So we go yellow in heat race number 2. Of course, again, chat to your heat race winners here this evening, plus our B mains. Just like what we've done all season long. If we can go back and pick up the results here at the Short Track Super Series. We'll go back to what was week number 1. In fact, we'll come back to that in a moment, just as we come back to the green flag with Cody Malley, Ethan Winter. And it's going to be Ethan Winter. He picked up the win last week at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Now I'm going to come after Malley down into 1 and 2. Big slider there. As here comes Malley. Turns it back underneath him. Winter's got to be careful. Throwing the slider lap. That's going to lose some momentum. And that will bring in the 91 car of Riley Bilson. White flag is out. 1 to go. As they work down into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. Winter and Malley. They nearly made contact. But Cody Malley going to come away and be victorious in heat race number 2. And we'll chat to him here in just a few moments' time. Wait for him to get out of the virtual race car. Cody Malley gets the win over Ethan Winter. Riley Bilson in 2nd. 3rd will go to Bilson. 4th will be Rowan Jones. John Schultz makes up your top 5. 6th will be Lachlan Barbary. Cody Metcalf in 7th. Kobe Noonan 8th. Bailey Leeson 9th. And Gary Redcliffe to round out the top 10. Cody Malley gets the win in heat race number 2. Cody, congratulations. You put yourself on the front row, on the outside or on the inside potentially of Tim Ryan. But after it's all said and done, heat race number 2, you must have felt comfortable.
Felt really good ever since quali. Just felt like I had the pace. Bit of pressure here and there in the heat, which just being careful of the other cars. Few sliders late at the end there. Nearly came to a collision coming out of 4 to the checkered, but we got there.
Disappointing week last week at Lucas Oil Speedway, coming home with a DNF really, but 15th place. What's it going to take to be up near the top of the podium here later on tonight? Because again, like what we've seen over the first 3 weeks, there's a lot of tough competition here.
I think just a bit of smart driving, keep my nose clean, kind of focus on what lines to run, what might come in later in the race when no one's running, and yeah.
Cody, wish you the best of luck to start on start on the front row, I should say, of this 40-lap main event later on to come.
Thanks, Brett.
There we go, Cody Malley, winner of heat race number 2 as we get set for what is heat race number 3. Just having a look here, poor old Kobe Newton, not sure what's going on there, but the number 26 car has just been disqualified. And we see if we can get word from race control regarding that one. Nathan Vanderwacker in the 88 machine lines up on pole position of heat race number 3 on his outside. It's the 96 car of Nathan Norman. We go back to the second row inside from position number 3 with the 81 car of Joshua Walton. The 74 entry of Cooper Wilson lines up at a position number 4. Position number 5 with the 45 car of Bradley Cox. He's outside the 6C of Luke Kenny from position at number 6. Cameron O'Brien, old Crunch Dog, lines up the 17 machine from position number 7. Out of 8, it's the 79 car of Daniel Boyd. Position number 9 in the 15 entry, that is Hayden Vickers. To the outside, the 26 of Sean Stevens. So that's your lineup for heat race number 3. Here at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. Final heat race of what is this Australian Dirt League Hop Stretching and Boring Short Track Super Series. Round number 4. Here at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. We are coming to the green. We'll go around 2 times behind the racing.com pace truck. And then it is going to be on for 10 laps. So the lights are out. We are ready for a start. Heat number 3, final heat race of the night. We are underway with Nathan Vanderwacker and Nathan Norman. Vanderwacker slides up. Walton with a good run on the inside from that second row. Walton sliding up across the nose of Nathan Vanderwacker. Vanderwacker contact with Nathan Norman. I think Walton led lap number 1, but Vanderwacker gives him the big don't argue. Bradley Cox going to move his way to position number 2. Norman through the middle. Here comes Cooper Wilson now going outside, inside, through the middle. Slides up in front of Nathan Norman. Bradley Cox meanwhile up to position number 2, but the battle is on for 3rd and 4th. Nathan Norman, Cooper Wilson trading sliders at both ends of the racetrack. Walton looks like he's back to the pit area. Vanderwacker still leads, but right now watching that hop stretching and boring beat the dark number 74 car of Cooper Wilson. And again going to the low side was the 96 car of Nathan Norman. Here comes O'Brien driving that NLRA Ultimate Dirt TV LJR Motorsports 96 Graphics entry 17 slides up in front of Norman. Here comes Norman back after O'Brien down the back straightaway. And just like that, we are 6 laps in, 4 laps remaining. Here in heat race number 3, O'Brien sliding up across the nose. Here comes Hayden Vickers with a run now coming up to the final transfer spot. Meanwhile, Bradley Cox closing in on your race leader of Nathan Vanderwacker. Vickers and O'Brien side by side. O'Brien upstairs in the 3 and 4 one more time. There'll be 2 laps left to run here at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. Vanderwacker, Cox and Wilson so far the top 3 that are going to punch their ticket to the main event. It's just a matter of who's going to be that 4th and final car, who will get it into the show. Vanderwacker into turn number 3 and off for turn number 4. Nathan Vanderwacker takes out heat race number 3. Bradley Cox home in 2nd. 3rd will go to Cooper Wilson. 4th at the line is going to be Cameron O'Brien. 5th will go to Hayden Vickers, Daniel Boyd, Nathan Norman, Luke Kenny and Joshua Walton make up the 9 drivers in this one. So again, we wait for the official results to come through, but I believe it's going to be Nathan Vanderwacker who is going to get the job done in heat race number 3, and that he does. Let's take a look at the result there now. Officially, Nathan Vanderwacker, Bradley Cox, Cooper Wilson, Cameron O'Brien, your top 4. Fifth on back. Well, off to a B main they go, which is going to come up very, very shortly. But let's chat to heat race number 3 winner of Nathan Vanderwacker, Al Wacker. Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Long time no see.
Long time no see. I nearly tubbed you in JSI, but nah, here we are.
What happened?
Oh, I didn't have enough.
What happened? Just answer me a question.
Up.
Just answer me a question. Who finished in front of who?
Oh, okay. Can we move on to the next question?
I just need to know that question first.
Okay. Yeah. Who started in front of me? It's all right.
It doesn't
Let's
matter.
go.
It doesn't matter. Anyhow, well, you finally won something here tonight. You won a heat race. You said last week that you were going to talk to me in a podium position, and you done okay last week. I mean, after that little incident there in 1 and 2, are you happy with how the car's handling at the minute, or are you going to go back and make some adjustments?
Yeah, it's. I'm happy with it. I've done a practice race kind of through the week with a few other good drivers, and it's the car's tight, but it works. So yeah, we'll see how we go. I can kind of run the same line as what I've done kind of in Pro Series. So hopefully we get a good result here.
If we get a track reset, will you be happy with that? If we don't get a track reset, are you going to be happy with that?
I'd be more happy if we didn't get a track reset. I like it when it gets slick here. It's a real driver's track when it gets slick. It can pretty much run the fence as best as possible, and then you get people trying to run the bottom. So I think it's quite a racy track when it's slick. No matter if it's a pre-gen, not a pre-gen, I think it's pretty racy all around this track. So either way, I'll be probably more happy if it's slick. I probably feel more comfortable when it's slick around here. But yeah, we'll see how we go.
Nathan, congratulations on the heat race victory. We'll see you later on in tonight's 40-lap feature event.
Cheers, mate.
Nathan Vanderwacker home in position at number 1 in heat race number 3 as we get set for the first B main of the evening. And let's take a look at your 9 starters in this one. Heat Dyke in the 36 machine will go to the pole position to the outside of the front row. Hayden Vickers in car number 15 will start position number 2. Position number 3 with the 47 entry of Lachlan Barbary. From 4, the 28 of Thomas Mitchell. From 5, the 96 of Nathan Norman. From 6, the 26 of Kobe Noonan. From 7, the 3Z of Jarvis Petch. From 8, the 81 of Josh Walton. And from 9, the 85 of Gary Radcliffe. B-Main number 1 cars are already on the racetrack. We are just waiting on one car, which, again, I was able to get word that he was disqualified from this one. Now, as to the reason, I'm not quite 100% sure. But nonetheless, we've now got an 8-car field for B-Main number 1. 15 laps is the journey, and the top 5 will go through. So again, we've still got B-Main winners to talk to, plus our initial pole sitter, heat race number 1 winner of Tim Ryan. He's got a question, he's got an answer. Well, in fact, I've got a question for him. He's going to give me an answer. And the question is, what is it going to be? Will he start on pole or will he start on the outside of the front row? He gets to have lane choice, folks. We've done it all season long. And you're sort of rewarding the guy that picks up the win in the opening heat race of the night, which means if you picked up the opening heat race of the night, you've pretty much taken out the fastest qualifier award. Of course, that was not the case in heat race number 1 of Lanier National Speedway. Back in round number 1, we remember the Ryan Villa and Tanner Pettit little incident as we get set for heat race is done. B-Main number 1, I should say. 15 on the board, 8 cars, top 5 will go through, and just like that, your top 5, well, they've got themselves in a 3-wide battle. They're 2x3. Lap number 1, Heath Dyke and Hayden Vickers. Vickers on the outside. Dyke through the middle of turn number 3 and 4. Hayden Vickers has got it from Heath Dyke. Thomas Mitchell has to check up. Lachlan Barbary. Oh no, Nathan Norman. Oh no. That's Redcliffe upside down in the number 90, or the 85 machine, I should say. Let's take a look at just a little incident here. Gary Redcliffe just on the wrong place, wrong time. So there is Redcliffe, and again, he was just sort of one of the last guys to come in. Thank you, Joey. So again, we'll wait for the lights to go out on the pace track. That they do. So with Gary Redcliffe back in the pit area, it leaves us with 7, with 5 going through. Pace car is in, 3 down, 12 to run, and Hayden Vick as well. He's the polka, he's the one that gets to dictate the pace. They were 3 and 4 wide there at some point at turn number 1 and 2. Keep an eye on Walton in that 81 machine, trying to work his way, work his magic. Maybe he had problems in his earlier heat race. Barbary to the inside of Walton. He'll slide it to the middle of the racetrack, but there goes Josh Walton back around the outside. Meanwhile, Thomas Mitchell coming after Heath Dyke, as Heath Dyke coming after Hayden Vickers. And just like that, we're 6 laps into tonight's B main. The first of 2 B mains. Gee, there's nothing in it between your top 2. Dyke just catches a piece of the concrete wall in the back straight away. Meanwhile, Walton trying to slide up, and here comes Nathan Norman now. After Lachlan Barbary for that 5th and final transfer spot. Walton into the wall. He had to come off the wall. Just gave Barbary a little bit of a scare there on the exit of turn number 2. Meanwhile, there's a challenge for the race lead. There was contact between Dyke and Vickers. Meanwhile, Norman and Walton will come together in turns 1 and 2. Walton slides across the nose of Norman. Mitchell watching Hayden Vickers get into the wall. Now comes off. He goes up and over. No. They keep it going. Wow. Thomas Mitchell back to a transfer position. Jarvis Petch now on the inside as Jarvis Petch moves to position number 5. That'll put Thomas Mitchell and Hayden Vickers, both drivers who were caught up involved in that one, back on the outside looking in. Lachlan Barbary in that 5th and final transfer spot. Meanwhile, Walton trying to come back after Nathan Norman. But how about Heath Dyke, your race leader? Oh, Petch and Barbary come together. Gives Thomas Mitchell and Hayden Vickers a transfer position once again. Will we see the yellow flag come out? No, both drivers are off the racetrack. Jarvis Petch kept it going, as did Lachlan Barbary, but we'll go yellow, which means we have a green-white checker situation. Barbary driving a wingless, and that front end is not at all looking pretty. And the 47 car. So Jarvis Petch in the 3Z entry. The Bronx Zerfoss painted up car as again, the drivers just have had a coming together on the exit of turn number 4. So Heath Dyke 2 laps away here at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. Oh, Crashy, I just think that just looked more like just drivers just coming together. That was the initial incident anyway. How was Sydney International Speedway last night, buddy? I seen you were there. Back to green, 2 to run. Heath Dyke, Nathan Norman, Josh Walton, Thomas Mitchell, Hayden Vickers, your top 5. Jarvis Petch on the outside looking in. Lee, this is iRacing. Check out iRacing.com as the white flag is out for Heath Dyke. As he gets through turn number 1 and 2, okay. He'll come into turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag is out for Heat Dyke in B main number 1. And we'll chat to your B main winner here. We'll just wait for him to get out virtually of that race car. We'll take a look at the official results. Can't wait to get back there and just get in and around the atmosphere once again. But Heat Dyke gets the win over Nathan Norman, Josh Walton, Thomas Mitchell and Hayden Vickers, your top 5. Those top 5 drivers advancing to the show. For Petch, Barbary, Redcliffe and Noonan, unfortunately, well, Noonan's night was all over after the heat races. The rest of the guys, 6th, 7th, 8th, are done. As Heat Dyke, your winner of B main number 1. Heath, congratulations on a B main victory. You must be happy with that one.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that. Track was pretty good.
I
was pretty happy. Yeah.
We've got another B main to come, then a short little warm-up session. What are you thinking about doing with the race? Are you going to tighten it up? You're going to loosen it up? What's the plan? What's the go you want to make this? What are the adjustments you're going to make to this 36 car?
I think maybe a bit looser, but I'm not sure. I might stick with what I've got at the moment. It feels pretty balanced, but yeah, probably change the wing a bit if the track gets a bit slicker, but I think it'd be right. I was pretty confident with that.
Yeah, you'll be starting mid-pack. You'll be starting position number 13 in tonight's main event. What's the end game plan for yourself in this 36 car?
Oh, just looking for a top 10, I think. I don't think I've really stretched myself for top 5s and stuff like that. I'm pretty mid-pack field, I feel with my pace at the minute. So yeah, it sucks that old mate got in the wall. I didn't really know what happened with him there, but.
Mate, congratulations on the B main victory. Look forward to seeing you in this 40-lap main event to come. Good luck for the rest of the night.
Thanks, mate.
There we go. Heath Dyke, winner of B main number 1, as we get set now for what is B main number 2. Your starting a lineup looking like this. John Schultz in the 78 machine will start from position number 1. Leo Heaton in the 26 will start from position number 2. Daniel Boyd in the 79 will start 3. The 18 of Cody Metcalf from 4. From 5, it's the 8 of Brock Lewis. From 6, it's the 6 of Luke Kenny. From 7, the 52 of Bailey Leeson. From 8, the 51 of Brett Sheehan. From 9, the 26 of Sean Stevens. From 10, the 27 of Paul Ward. We're just going to do one little update to our timing and scoring screen. So you may not have it for the... you should have it for the start of this second B main. Again, 15 laps is going to be the distance. Top 5 are going to transfer. Yeah, like I said, Crash, can't wait to get back there. I actually went out to Cullumbullen last night for the first time, and I've got to say that track is phenomenal. It's the first time I've been there. Ah, look who's made his way into the building. The King Race Designs. Chris Keeverly. G'day, mate. G-Day. He actually, I'll show you his car, and I'll try to get a close-up of it, if I can get a close-up of it. So it's the car on the outside of the front roads. So it's the 2026 car. So he obviously runs for a team on iRacing. I was very cold last night. I had a jacket and a jumper on and track pants, and I was freezing. And I can't believe it's taken me that long to get out there, to be honest with you, Crashy. But I'm looking forward to, at the moment, getting back to Sydney International Speedway when they resume hostilities. Even on practice night I'd love to go to as well. Here we go. B-main number 1, 3 wide, almost 4 wide as Daniel Boyd had to back out of it. Heaton went through the middle, as does John Schultz. Heaton nearly tagged the back of Schultz. Here comes Cody Metcalf finding his way to position number 2. Daniel Boyd, Bailey Leeson in that 5th and 4th and 5th position, as here comes Brock Lewis in the 8 machine, wheeling and dealing on the top of the racetrack. Heaton down to the inside on Metcalf. Metcalf too good. Here comes Daniel Boyd switching outside inside there on Leo Heaton in the turn number 1 and 2, but Heaton fends up the challenge from the 79 car as Daniel Boyd goes 3/4 of the way up the racetrack, and now Brock Lewis trying to come into position number 4. Meanwhile, Leo Hinton trying to come after Cody Metcalf down the back straight away. He's got second. Down into turn number 3 and off the turn number 4. And just like that, 5 in, 10 to run. Heaton, Metcalf nearly come together. Daniel Boyd, Brock Lewis, Bailey Leeson now on the outside looking in. He's back there to position number 6. Daniel Boyd to position 3 in the 79 car. Gee, it is moving on the top of the racetrack. Cody Metcalf, he's starting to slip back to the clutches of the 8 machine of Brock Lewis. Lewis shuts the door on Bailey Leeson off turn number 2. Leeson again in the 52 car. He will not make the main event if he continues to run in the 6th position because it's the top 5 that will transfer. Lewis now going to go down to the inside just as he throws the slider on Cody Metcalf. The yellow will come out. And the 27 of Paul Ward, the driver that just stopped there on the back straight away. Let's go back just a little bit. Oh, just ran out of room though. 3 wide at the front straight away. So we had Luke Kenny, Brett Sheehan, and Paul Ward. Ward had a bit of speed on the outside. And maybe not expecting Sheehan just to straighten the car up. And unfortunately, to be honest, it just looked like some hard racing, unfortunately, for the 27 entry of Paul Ward. Well, he goes back to the pits. It was freezing last night, let alone winter. Well, funny you say about doing a winter show or a winter day meeting. I believe that their next meeting, I believe they have asked me, and I'll get confirmation on this one, but I believe I'll be going back there to be on the microphone. Come back to green off turn number 4, and we're green flag racing once again here in B main number 2, final B main of the season. This little short track Super Series presented by Australian Dirt League, Hobbs Trenching and Boring, 81 Raceway and Beat the Dark as we continue to put in another green flag lap. Look out, Daniel Boyd, he's looking to get a run on the outside of the 26 car of Heaton. Boyd and Heaton. Heaton had position number 2 at the start finish line. It wasn't by a whole lot, mind you. It was 52 one-thousandths of a second for separating second and third. Brock Lewis now trying to get a run on the inside in that black and orange number 8 machine for Speed Factory. Cody Metcalf right on the bubble. Will Bailey Leeson, will he pop his bubble? Will he pop the bubble of Cody Metcalf? Will Luke Kenny have a chance to get into this one? Kenny's 2 spots out. Leeson is 1 spot out. On the bubble once again is Cody Metcalf in the 18. And gee, that is close as they work through turn number 1 and 2 for the final time. Here comes Lewis with a run there on Daniel Boyd down into 3 and 4. Checkered flag is out. Final B main is Brock Lewis around the outside of Daniel Boyd. But your B main win is going to go to John Schultz. Now there is a warm-up session, so we are going to chat to 2 drivers during this one. Let's take a look at your B main number 2 results first. John Schultz gets the win over Leo Heaton in 2nd, Brock Lewis 3rd, Daniel Boyd 4th, Cody Metcalf will get that 4th and final transfer position. Luke Kenny home in 6th, Bailey Leeson, Brett Sheehan and Paul Ward was your 9 drivers to take to the racetrack here at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. Let's chat the B-Main number 2 winner of John Schultz. John, congratulations on this B-Main victory here at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. You happy with the B-Main win?
Yeah, mate, pretty ecstatic with that. 2 weeks in a row, I've managed to knock off a B-Main win, so I'll take that.
Position number 14, it's almost a long way back here on this tight little racetrack. 40 laps, it's going to be a long way to the front.
Yeah, I'm used to starting down the back in features, mate. Nothing unusual.
Well, where do you want to be at the end of this 40-lap feature event?
Still on the track, hopefully.
That's probably a good place to be. John, congratulations on this B-Main victory. We'll let you get out on the racetrack and turn some more laps and get this car dialed in.
No worries, man. Thanks.
There we go, John Schultz, your B-Main winner. B-Main number 2 winner again. Our 22 car field is set. We're going to bring up heat race number 1 winner of Tim Ryan. Tim, well, we've done this a couple of times already with you, but You are scheduled to start on pole position. Race control in this season gives the driver of the pole car an opportunity to choose the inside or outside lane. So the question is going to be, are you inside or you outside on this front row of this main event?
I'm going to ask you, Brett, what would you do if you were driving?
You know, listen.
No, I'm serious. What would you do? Come on.
Gee, you put
Don't
me
go
on the
quiet.
spot.
Yeah, don't go quiet on me, please. You're the podcaster. You're meant to be nervous.
Okay, well, I mean, look, here's the thing, right?
Talk to me.
The bottom's good in 1 and 2. It looks okay. The bottom looks good in 1 and 2.
It does. You know what? I think once the race gets going, I think it's going to be on the top. But I think the same as you, with the being on the green, you start so late down that front straight, you're not going to have much momentum. So I think I could probably stick the bottom into turn 1 on that first lap. So I'm with you there.
All right, so you're going to choose the inside line. Now, you picked up a win at Lanier in week number 1. You picked up a win at Limaland for week number 2. Last week at the Lucas Oil Speedway, you were closer. You got up to the front, but unfortunately, it was a 13th place finish. Do you think you can go 3 from 4 tonight?
Oh, you've been too kind. I was nowhere near the front.
No, there was a stage where you were near the front.
I know. I had a bit of damage from lap 1, and the car was honestly like really, really slow. To my surprise, it was only like a little small bump out of 2, and like the front guys were like 3 or 4 tenths quicker than me a lap. So I had nothing really there. But we'll see. Yeah, I think if we can get through the lap 1 in the lead and nothing with lap traffic, I think we'll be okay.
Tim, good luck in the 40-lap main event, buddy.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
There we go. Tim Ryan, winner of Heat Race, or the fastest qualified winner of Heat Race number 1, and he's opted to start on the inside of tonight's 40-lap A main event. So it is going to be on for young and old. Again, we'll take a quick little break because the drivers do have a warm-up session. And again, you can see up on the, well, you won't be able to see it now, but there is going to be a short little warm-up session. They are going to give the drivers, I think they were going to give them 6 minutes, but they might have only just given 2, considering that the track is not going to reset. They might be fighting some sort of grip in the middle. I think that drivers are still sort of using that inside line, Crashy. So I mean that inside line right up against that inside wall is going to be pretty quick in the first lap or 2. I think as sort of Tim just alluded to, I think as the race wears on, the drivers are going to move up the racetrack. But when you've got 22 cars to go 40 laps around here, this track is going to change dramatically from the start of this race, even to the midway point of the race, and then towards the back end of this feature event. It is going to be pretty gut slick. So I believe they may get about a minute on the racetrack. That is all they're going to do. But once the 6 laps a minute has elapsed, they will advance. And that was directly coming from race control. So we'll take a quick break here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We'll come back, we'll pay a couple of bills, and be back on the other side of this with your main event. You're watching the Australian Dirt League Short Track Super Series final round here at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway, live on Ultimate Dirt TV.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racing enthusiasts all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. The car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and racing teams. Our skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly racing series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 200,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR, to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as
All right, we're back here on Ultimate Dirt TV coverage of the Australian Dirt League Short Track Super Series A main event. Before we get to the starting lineup, we're just going to reload the timing and software because we've got 22 drivers that are locked and loaded here for tonight's A main event. Again, round number 4 of your Short Track Super Series. Again, a big thank you to, of course, Australian Dirt League, Hobbs Trenching and Boring, 81 Raceway, Beat the Dark Esports, and everybody that has made this possible here, not only tonight, but of course over the past month. We've certainly enjoyed the Short Track Super Series. Again, the short track sometimes can provide the best racing on hand. So it looks like we're not going to be able to go through your starting lineup because we are getting ready to go green off turn number 4. They get the 1 to go signal right now. I can tell you right now, Tim Ryan, Cody Malley, that is your front row. Tim, don't blame me for this one. As they work down in the back straight away. Into turn number 3, off for turn number 4. It's time to go racing. Here at the Federated Auto Parts and I-55 Raceway, final round of the series. Let's get naughty for 40. Here at the Federated Auto Parts and I-55 Raceway, Tim Ryan going to lead him down into turn number 1 and 2. He's got the run down the back straight away. Goes to the top shelf into turn number 3 and 4. Cody Malley, Nathan Vanderwacker to the runner-up positions. 3-1 as they work through turn number 1 and 2. Cox to the outside of Ethan Winter. Meanwhile, Josh Barry's found his way through the middle of the speedway, found himself into a podium position. Winter on the inside of Vanderwacker, Bradley Cox behind them. Meanwhile, Winter had to check up as Josh Barry was starting to move up the racetrack. Vanderwacker sweeping around the outside, get the tub on, baby, because Vanderwacker goes right to the top shelf. Winter on the inside of Joshua Barry. Meanwhile, behind them, Riley Bilson, Bradley Cox working side by side. And just like that, boys, with your 22 starters, we're 4 laps into your 40-lap feature event. Leeson on the inside of Josh Barry. Barry going upstairs. Riley Bilson in the 95 car. Went to the middle. Meanwhile, Cox will go to the inside of Josh Barry off turn number 2. Justin Stolz inside the top 10. Zach White, Cameron O'Brien sits back there into position number 10, but it is getting busy right now for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th position. Daniel Boyd, Hayden Vickers slowing in the 15 car. Oh no, 1 car upside down. It's Cameron O'Brien. Oh, Crunch Dog. Crunch, you're missing the top wing, buddy. You kind of need that. Let's see what happened to the NLRA 96 graphics number 17 machine. So it started with, looks like him getting into the back of Wilson. Yeah, just got into the back of him, and then Rowan Jones just come up there and I guess nowhere to go. The 17 car of Cameron O'Brien will come back out onto the racetrack, gets what we call a quick repair. But just like that, it is back to normality. You're welcome, Tim. Yes, I can see that. I can see what you're typing, by the way. So we had at the completion. Oh, looks like Rowan Jones has been given an EOL. Okay. Okay, Rowan Jones being given the end-of-line penalty. All right, back underway. And 7 down, 33 to go. Tim Ryan back to the bottom side. 3-1 as they work off for turn number 2. Bilson, Vanderwacker, and Malley will go yellow just as quick as we go back. As we went back to green. Rowan Jones. Ooh. Jones getting tagged by O'Brien. Look at the contact here from... So we're going to go on board a... Ooh. I was going to show you the onboard there from Cameron O'Brien, but looks like we'll go back up to the front of the field because I think we're getting ready to go 2 to green. In fact, it might have been 1 to green. Yeah, the lights are out. So Tim Ryan, Cody Malley, once again to the front row. Nathan Vanderwacker, Riley Bilson, row 2. Bradley Cox, Ethan Winter, row 3. Josh Barry, Justin Stoles, row 4. Zach White and Cooper Wilson, row 5. Back to green. We're back to 3 wide in the middle of turn number 1 and 2. Vanderwacker, Malley come together. Winter into the back of Malley. Malley kept it straight, kept it going. Justin Stoles. Oh no, Winter. Last week's feature winner, Ethan Winter, involved in that one, and it is calamity in turn number 1. So it was the initial contact with Nathan Vanderwacker. So watch here on the front straightaway, Vanderwacker and Winter. And then Winter goes around. Have to keep an eye on the race control, see what they're going to call on that one. So they're just getting some of the drivers coming back out of the pits, and again they do have that fast repair, which means that it's basically you go in, get your cars repaired, but once you use that fast repair, then it is done. So it looks like that is in fact going to get called as a racing deal. Now look at the 91 car of Riley Bilson going to find his way to the outside of Tim Ryan. What has he got for the inaugural 2018 iRacing World of Outlaws World Championship here on the iRacing.com service? We'll wait and find out. Tim Ryan again leads him down the back straightaway. Justin Stoles in the 23, that House of Speed 23 car, trying to come after the 91 entry of Bilson through turn number 1 and 2. Meanwhile, Barry and Cody Malley will resume the battle with Nathan Vanderwacker into turn number 3 and 4 we go. And again, we'll go yellow. And these short tracks, Josh Walton involved in this one. Oh, look at that. He dark spun himself in turns 3 and 4. And then Walton just clipped the back of Wilson. O'Brien coming in. So again, these short tracks that can be pretty brutal sometimes when it comes to drivers getting involved in some incidents. Again, this is going to be tough. We go on board right now with the man that sits in position number 2 of Riley Bilson. Get a real good shot here, that racecraft simulation pulse styled imagery. Number 91 car. He's got a lot of work to do if he wants to catch up. And have a look at this. We've got 360 cameras, so there's on board. There's your left, there's your pulse hitter of Tim Ryan. So it's a case of when he goes. There he goes, we're back underway. So off goes Tim Ryan. To the inside goes Justin Stoles, and just like that, Stoles, Vanderwacker side by side as they work down the front straightaway. You can just see how close Riley Bilson is. So we tick off another lap in the books here at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. Tim Ryan continuing to lead the way. Nathan Vanderwacker back to position number 3. We know Riley Bilson is in second spot. Justin Stoles to the inside of Vanderwacker in the middle of 3 and 4. Here comes Josh Barry in the 14, trying to roll that 14 through the middle of the speedway. Cody Malley just on the outside of a top 5. Stoles, Vanderwacker and Barry nearly 3 wide off turn number 4. Barry had to check up. Nobody right upstairs near the concrete wall. They're all just rolling the inside of the racetrack. And we're only 3 laps away, just like that. We're 3 laps away from halfway distance for Tim Ryan to pick up this championship and win number 3 of 4 on the season. Melly coming after the 14 car of Joshua Barry. Meanwhile, look at Daniel Boyd. Daniel Boyd has come from position number 20. He's come from the clouds. He got the second last transfer spot in one of your B mains earlier on in the night. Melly into the wall. Norman closing in now. Norman literally shut the door on Daniel Boyd down into turn number 1. Norman coming up to Melly for position number 6. Melly drives a little deeper, trying to get the moisture on the exit of turn number 4 on the top side of the racetrack. That he does. And just as we were halfway home, we're yellow. Hayden Vickers in the 15 car was back to the pits, just got into the side of Ethan Winter in car number 39. Maybe a little bit of a receipt there. So the 15 of Hayden Vickers goes around. He'll go back to the pits. And we're going to go back under yellow flag conditions here at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. So Hayden Vickers has been given the end of line penalty. I can give you confirmation on that one. So big movers through the field. So first off, Justin Stolz from 10th to 4th. Nathan Norman from 15th to 7th, that's plus 8. How about this one? From 19th to 9th, Thomas Mitchell plus 10. But your biggest mover so far from 20th to 8th is the 79 car of Daniel Boyd going plus 12. How far can that 79 car go? Can he put himself in the top 5? Does he dare to dream of a podium? We're just past half race distance. We'll start lap number 22. So 21 is in the books here at the I-55 Ray at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. Justin Stoll's one of the men we were just talking about moving through the field. Rowan Jones comes to his inside now. Daniel Boyd has found himself one more position. Norman slides up in front of Boyd as they complete the lap. We'll freeze the field. We'll go yellow. Ethan Winter in car number 39. Boy, he has just had absolutely no luck. And again, just getting caught up with the 81 car of Joshua Walton there coming off turn number 4. Hey Ra, how are you mate? Welcome back to the channel. We've got the final 17 laps of tonight's A main event. Again, don't forget after this one we will chat to our top 3. Don't forget, Monday morning Australian time, Sunday night American time. We've got World of Thunder competition, Pro Late Models and a Super Late Models on the cards. And if I tell you where it's at, I wouldn't know. I will tell you. In fact, I will tell you because I'm going to look at the schedule. Pro Late Models Lucas Oil Speedway and Super Late Models should also be there as well. That is the correct spot. So, but the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 race, but like I said, the home of the Ironman 55 here in Wheatland, Missouri. Malley and Vanderwacker, so it's a pair of 88s as they work down into 3 and 4. Peely, Missouri, not Wheatland. I was thinking of Lucas Oil tomorrow. 3 wide. Vanderwacker, Malley and Josh Barry in the 14 car. Meanwhile, Norman in the 96 car. They're going to say Norman and Barry, the last probably month or so, we've seen them racing here at Ultimate Day TV, whether it's a Sunday, Monday, or Wednesday evening. We're going to say that they're putting in some consistent league results. And it's nice to see that the Vermilion Motorsports team is coming with a force, and speaking of coming with a force, the 30 car of Zach White goes to the inside, 3 wide, 4 wide, almost as they work off turn number 4. Gee, Daniel Boyd right in the thick of things, up to position number 6. Thomas Mitchell as well, working to the top side of the racetrack in turn number 3 and 4. Tim Ryan, he's only got 0.2 of a second lead right there. Up front, there is your top 2. Tim Ryan, Riley Bilson. Ryan goes to the top of the racetrack. Bilson through the middle. Boy, last lap time by, in fact, 2 laps ago. In fact, for the last 2 laps, Riley Bilson has been quicker than Tim Ryan by nearly half a tenth of a second. Ryan not going to let this one slip away. 30 down and 10 to go. Vanderwacker in third, but the battle is on for fourth, fifth and sixth position. Josh Barry in the 14, Cody Malley in the 88, and Daniel Boyd in the 79. Malley's going to have position number 4 at the start-finish line. Now he throws the slider on Barry into 1 and 2. Barry comes back at Malley into turn number 3. Oh my goodness. Josh Barry, Cody Malley putting on a nice race here in the final stages of this one. Tim Ryan has put himself now out to nearly a second lead over Riley Bilson. Nathan Vanderwacker third. Daniel Boyd from position number 20 to position number 5. Gee, the 79 is moving here in the final stages of this A main event. Longhorn, thank you for the follow on Twitch, appreciate it. Ryan has just got 4 laps left to run. Norman battles with Brock Lewis as they work down into turn number 3. Norman in the 96 car, Lewis in the 8, who just threw the big Hail Mary slider on Norman. Lewis going to come back at Norman into 1 and 2 again, but Nathan Norman finds a way back by the 8 car. But gee, Nathan Norman, gee, he looks good with the crossovers. Lewis still not afraid to throw the Hail Marys down into 1 and 2. Parks it right on the nose of the 96 to make contact as the crossover happened. 2 laps left to run for your race leader, who's already in the middle of lap traffic right now. Puts Cody Metcalf and Josh Walton a lap down. He'll come to the white flag. 1 lap left to run here in tonight's main event. We'll race it out to the start-finish line. There's no lap cars in front of him that he needs to worry about, and he's got a 1.2 second lead into 3 and 4 for the final time, claiming victory for the 3rd time in just 4 weeks of competition here with the Australian Dirt League Short Track Super Series. Round number 4 here at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. Tim Ryan will claim victory in tonight's A main event. Let's take a look at those official results of the last 17 laps. We went green to checker. Tim Ryan gets the win after it's all said and done, and he will come away as your point champion. Seconds place will go to Riley Bilson in the 91 car. Nathan Vanderwacker home 3rd. Cody Malley 4th. Daniel Boyd makes up your top 5. Josh Barry home in position number 6. Thomas Mitchell 7th. Nathan Norman 8th. 9th will go to Brock Lewis. Cooper Wilson rounds out your top 10. 11th will be Zach White. 12th there's going to be Rowan Jones. Justin Stoles in 13th. John Schultz in 14th. Leo Heaton in position number 15th, and the last car on the lead lap. Josh Walton in 16th, 1 lap down, along with Cody Metcalf in position number 17, and then a bunch of DNFs. Ethan Winter home in position number 18. Hayden Vickers in 19th. Bradley Cox rounds out your top 20. Cameron O'Brien in 21st, and Heath Dyke in position number 22. Well, it's all said and done, and it's all done and dusted here at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway for what is round number 4 of this series. The Australian Dirt League Short Track Super Series is done. We'll chat to your 3rd place getter here tonight. It is the 88 car of Nathan Vanderwacker. Nathan, congratulations, 3rd place finish here tonight. Boy, you're in the war. You're in the middle of some things, and maybe when it's all said and done, 3rd place, you happy with that?
Yeah, I'm definitely happy with that. It was an absolute war out there the first couple of laps. Apparently I had a bit of wheel damage. Car felt all right. I know it was probably a bit mediocre. Probably was good enough for where I finished. But yeah, happy to finish 3rd there and happy to finish 2nd in the championship.
Coming into the main event, and I guess when it's all said and done, you just said you had a 3rd place car. Where do you think it went wrong? Was it setup? Was it driver? Was it track? What went wrong for you to finish 3rd?
It was, I don't know. It's probably very driver's track there. It was pretty single file. Got to treat your throttle like a girlfriend, nice and easy with her. And yeah, apparently I had wheel damage. I don't know if that affected me. The car didn't feel like it was affected, but you never know with these things. But maybe a bit set up as well. I practiced during the week, and the line was completely different there, and it felt really good there. So yeah, you just kind of learn to adapt in the race, and try and figure out what the right line is. But yeah, it was probably really slick there, just running kind of like a quali line at the end.
Mate, well done on third place. Well done on this on a top 3 in the championship. I think you said second. So congratulations, Nathan. We'll let you thank everybody involved on this 88 car before we let you go.
Oh, yeah, all the boys in Discord as always helping out, always helped me out in my journey. Team sponsors as well, Pace Graphics, Pulse Apparel, Style Imagery, Australian Speedway Results, and LCJ Carpentry. Thanks to the boys for putting on all the admins for putting on a great series. It was fun racing against some very formidable competition, racing for a bit of money as well. Yourself as well, Brett, for putting on a beautiful broadcast as well.
Nathan, well done on third place. Well done on second place in the championship.
Cheers, mate. Speak to you soon.
Nathan Vanderwacker. So, little interesting stat here. So, your top 3 actually finished top 3 in the point standings as well. So, Nathan Vanderwacker home in third place in tonight's main event. He finished second in the championship. Well, we're going to turn those numbers around. The man that finished second here tonight, but finishes third in the championship, is the 91 car of Riley Bilson. Riley, congratulations on first off for second place finish here tonight. I guess when it's all said and done, you put the pressure on Tim there, but right about with about 8, 9, 10 to go, he just pulled away from you.
Yeah, pressure was on him, but unfortunately burnt the tyres doing it, and that's where Tim's good. You know, he's pretty race smart like that. He held onto his tyres real good. So, yeah, that was a good race nonetheless.
It was always going to be tough to beat him, but you had a number of opportunities there. Again, with this track, where as slick as it was, were you sort of prepared to go to the middle, or did that sort of catch you off guard?
No, I sort of, after watching the B mains and then obviously no one running in warm up, kind of thought it'd be pretty good. So I tried it the first few laps, and then got past a few cars. I didn't know if it would stick around for as long as it did. But yeah, no, especially in 3 and 4, I didn't realize it was going to be that good. But no, it held on all right.
Overall, after 4 weeks, when it's all said and done, not only were you second here tonight at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway in the final round of the series, you find yourself third place in the championship by just 1 point. What does that mean to you and the team to come away with the third place here in the championship?
Yeah, heaps. Obviously, first proper season, I guess, racing with Nathan and Vortex and Thomas and all that now. So means a lot to get third in the championship straight off the bat with them. Yeah, no, it's been really good working with the team. Everyone's a good bunch of guys, and yeah, no, it's good fun.
Riley, congratulations on second place here tonight. Congratulations on third place. Before we let you go, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 91 car.
Yeah, no, obviously all the league admins, Luke, obviously yourself, Brett, for broadcasting, all the viewers for watching, everyone at Vortex for all their help, then the sponsors, Pace Graphics, Pulse Apparel, Style Imagery, Australian Speedway Results, LCJ Carpentry, and that is it.
Riley, congratulations. Second place finish here tonight and third place in the championship.
Thanks, mate.
There we go. Riley Bilson, runner-up here tonight and third in the point standings. Well, we've spoken to second place in both championship and tonight's race. We've spoken to third place in championship and tonight's race, which means, I said it before, a top 3 from tonight, finished top 3, but he gets his third win of the season in the number 98 car. It's Tim Ryan. Tim, congratulations. I guess I can start taking part of the prize money after making that call for you.
Yeah, that was definitely the right thing. As you saw, even at the start of the race, I was just trying to run the bottom through 1 and 2 and the top through 3 and 4 to look after the tyres. As I said to you earlier, kind of was just managing my pace to Riley until probably that last 10 laps to go, where you probably saw I had a little bit of pace advantage, and that was just from just trying to keep the car under the moisture early on in the race.
It was always going to be tough. Once again, on a short track, we had a little stop-start affair at the start of that one. You obviously just sort of, keeping the thoughts nice and cool, just, keeping the breathing just to make sure that you're calm on those restarts and make sure you're not going to spin those tyres too much.
Yeah, the restarts weren't as bad as I was expecting. It was probably the most frustrating thing, just with how small the track is. The field separation with a double file restart can take a few laps to get going. So if we got through a few laps, like if we got through the first 2 laps, we'd be able to get a decent green flag run. But it obviously took us some restarts to get actually going into that few lap run.
Well, you're no stranger to picking up wins. You're no stranger to picking up championships. You are now the Australian Dirt League Short Track Super Series champion after 4 weeks, and when it's all said and done, you pick up 3 feature wins in the 4 weeks of competition. You must be happy pretty much from the get-go, considering, like I said, you've dominated this series with 3 wins out of the 4 races.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have, who was it, Ryan, Avila, and Tanner run for the rest of the series, but obviously a little bit difficult, I imagine, with the time zones and that as well. But honestly, a big thanks to Luke for doing the race control. It's not really an easy job, and obviously they were first time that they've organised a league, so they were ironing out a few little things and that throughout the series and making a few mistakes. But to be honest, they were owning up to them, and they were all ears as well, trying to make the league better. So I think from a participant point of view, I think everyone was pretty keen on that, and obviously Hobbsy as well for just all the back end stuff, and obviously yourself for broadcasting just makes it something really worthwhile, and that's why you see decent numbers supporting the series like this.
Tim, congratulations on the victory here tonight at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway, but also congratulations on the Australian Dirt League Short Track Super Series Championship. Tim, before we let you go one more time, just like you've done so many times throughout your career, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 98 car that makes it possible for you.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Logitech G, Altus Esports, VRS as well. I've had actually last week, well, actually, sorry, at Limeland, I remember talking to you about the load cell. I had a load cell issue, and they were really good at getting me a load cell nice and quickly, which come this week. So that's made it a lot easier in these slicker race conditions when the signal's nice and clean. So thanks to those guys for sending that out nice and quickly and looking after me.
Tim, well done on the win, well done on the championship, buddy. We'll see you next time.
No worries, mate. You run an ODC yourself, or?
Yes, I'll be there.
Nice. See you there, mate. Cheers.
I'll be there to pick up the B. I'll be there to pick up the back of the B mains.
Yeah. All right. No worries, buddy. See ya.
There we go. Tim Ryan, your winner here tonight from the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway, but also your winner here in the championship with the Australian Dirt League Short Track Super Series. Well, that wraps it up here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We certainly look forward to having your company in what is going to be about 13 hours from now as we get set for another World of Thunder showdown action with the Pro and Super Late Models tomorrow during the morning, 11 o'clock a.m. for the first one, and then 1 o'clock in the afternoon for the second one. But for the Americans that may be tuning in or rewatching this one, 7 o'clock Eastern for the Pro Late Models, 9 o'clock Eastern for the Super Late Models, and the Pro Late Models will be their final round of the series. But for now, we want to thank everybody involved that participated here in this 4-week little campaign. We want to thank the Course Australian Dirt League, the Wilsons, Hobbsy, everybody behind the scenes, Beat the Dark, Hobbs Trenching and Boring, Australian Dirt League, 81 Raceway for putting on this little 4-week series, and we're very privileged here at Ultimate Dirt TV to call the action and showcase the world of esports that we do on a regular basis. So I want to say thank you to everybody that has tuned in as well, not only tonight, but of course during the course of our coverage, whether it's week 1, week 2, week 3, whether it's on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it doesn't really matter. If you tune into Ultimate Dirt TV, we want to thank you for your support. But for now, it's time to say goodnight. But until tomorrow, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, I'm Brett Wheeler, signing off saying goodnight.